The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is losing a record number of its membership.
So plain and precious. Finally, the Book of Mormon is the keystone of
Emmanuel.
Just as the arch crumbles if the keystone is removed, so does all the church fall with the truthfulness of the Book of Mormon. The enemies of the church understand this clearly.
Where'd you find the Book of Mormon?
Spectre.
This is not the Church of Emmanuel, Christ of Latter-day Saints, Joseph Smith. This is the Church of Jesus Christ.
Our whole strength rests on the validity of that vision. It either occurred or it did not occur. If it did not, then this work is a fraud.
Yoke yourself to Jesus Christ.
The mandate given by the First Presidency and the presiding bishopric is to only focus on financial growth. EPA employees are told that the money will be used after the second coming of Jesus Christ or during Armageddon right before he would come again.
Are you a full tithe payer?
One of our brethren some years ago spoke of the payment of tithing as fire insurance. Nonetheless, the word of the Lord is clear that those who do not keep the commandments and observe the laws of God shall be burned at the time of his coming.
These are the latter days.
Damn you! God damn you all to hell!
Try to have this one good soul. First Nephi, chapter 1, verse 2, destroys the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Because it means that the Book of Mormon is in the religion, the doctrines, principles, teachings of the learning of the Jews, not Christians. It means that even though you see the name Jesus, it's not Jesus. It is a Jewish character of prophecy of the latter days as a type and shadow of the Jewish Christ, Emmanuel, by name, from Isaiah. This means the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is not true. Book of Mormon tells us there are only two churches. If it is not the religion of the Jews, it's the religion of Lucifer. It's real simple. This is the message that I've been warning Mormons and ExFomos, ex and former Mormons, excommunicated. Has that caught on yet? Is everybody using the word ExFomo? Has it been added to Webster's dictionary yet? It means everything the church is doing is a lie. It means everything the church is doing is a con. They're stealing your money. They are threatening you to pay them with a death threat. These are the little clips I've been using for you from the prophets' mouths. And so if you hate me, you're a white supremacist. Because white supremacists are anti-Semitic. You turned Joseph Smith into a Christian. You turned Joseph Smith's Christ into Jesus. That great and abominable church with the great and abominable Christ from verse 19 of his visionary history. That means everything they do, everything they say is a lie, designed specifically to enslave the stupid who will not study for themselves, who are incapable of reading and comprehending what they read. You are in bondage to the great and abominable church, and you need to be rescued. And instead, you want to murder the one guy who's trying to rescue you. ExFomos, yeah, they just want you out of the church. They don't know how to rescue you because they too still carry the baggage of the lies of the church. Because they blame Joseph and the Book of Mormon as Christian, but not Christian. And so the only way for you to be saved is to go over your scriptures, wiping your mind of everything the church taught you and reprogram it with the Book of Mormon. Every single line, precept, line upon line, precept upon precept, going through the scientific process, teaching you logic rather than fallacy. Are you going to do it? No? You still won't believe, huh? You still don't believe that Nelson sent you a death threat the other night on the church news. He's decided that your death will be sooner than 8 April 2024. And he threatened you. You're going to die. He used your tithing money to pay the assassins to murder you. And he's going to flee. You're going to die. He said so. So, you're going to have those Mormons who say, yeah, sacrifice brings blessings. And you know that's not true. Because the devil never supports his own. You got to sacrifice for the right religion. So everything you were born and raised in the church for, the hymns, yeah, they were designed specifically to emotionally brainwash you. with the false doctrine that are contained within them. The tone and the beat, luring you into a carnal sense of security with a false hope. Yeah, beam and mote. Everything the prophets told you about the worldly music and the philosophies of men, they themselves are guilty of, and to a worse extent. Beam and mote. You do know the beam and mote parable, don't you? It's in the same chapter as thou shalt not judge. You know that one. Judge me not, you don't know me. But that's the whole point of that chapter. You're supposed to produce the fruit of your beliefs so that we can judge you. By their fruits ye shall know them. I don't understand why there are those people out there who are ignorant of their scriptures who think that they can own me. I studied. You didn't. What makes you think you're going to own me now? I'm trying to save your life. Cut it out and just leave. I don't want to leave. I want to die. Suicide. Life is worth living for. Life is not about dying for a fake cause. Your life will be worthless. And so the administration, that wasn't Joseph's. The interpretation of scripture, not Joseph's. We're supposed to have more scripture added. We're supposed to translate what we got so that it's correct. Church won't do it. The doctrine is wrong. It's faith without works. And they've deceived you into thinking that the rest of the sentence doesn't exist. In Moroni, they've convinced you that manifest doesn't exist because that's the scientific process. They don't want you to follow science. They want you to believe in magic. Trying to turn you into witches. I have a feeling. And so you can't argue against me, can you? You are incapable of defending the church's position. And so all you do is you send a hate comment. You attack my appearance. You falsely accuse me. And thus, beam and mote, you're the one who worships Satan, not me. That's how it works. You're the Antichrist, not me. The Jews made it very simple. It's their Bible. It's their 10 Commandments. So the first two, that means both Jesus and Allah and Mormon, non-Trinitarian Jesus, are all false gods. Because the Jewish Christ is the one true Christ. And he isn't supposed to come until the latter days. I wonder when those latter days are. I wonder if those Jews gave us the dates of the latter days rather than just prophesying about his coming. You have blinded yourself to the interpretation of the Jewish scriptures. And the leaders of this church are exploiting that. They caused it in you, and now they're exploiting it to murder you. If you're being lied to, that means that person doesn't love you. They hate you. They want to hurt you. Nelson is lying to you. Learning of the Jews, remember? You are in an abusive relationship. And it won't just solve itself. Nelson can't just say, oops, my bad, I've lied to you. Now all of a sudden the church is true? No. He hasn't made the necessary changes that need to be done. And he won't do it. The church's existence is dependent on maintaining the lie, and you believing that lie. Now, yes, there have been millions of Mormons who said, I'm out. I want nothing more to do with this church. Good for you. You're still in danger if you're living in this valley. Because remember that whole murder thing? Yeah. Nelson, the other night, Church News, said it's coming early. The Easter message is early, and he threatened to murder you in the Easter message. Isn't that great? The sting of death is supposed to be of the Christ, so that you would be saved by hearkening to him. And you don't understand the learning of the Jews. Every single king is a Christ. So the book of Kings, technically books of Kings, yeah, that's a whole listing of the Christs of Israel and Judah. Even the patriarchs as the tribal leaders of the family, they're the Christ. And so the Jewish authors are not writing about literal history. The Jewish authors are using those characters as Christ's symbols of the future Christ. And so Joseph Smith, the founder of Mormonism, yep, the Christ of Mormons, the founder, the cornerstone. And he prophesied that he would be murdered and his church stolen. And in the latter days, the latter-day Christ would come to Mormons to try to save them, and they would not listen to him, and they would be utterly destroyed. That there would be no Zion, because Mormons were wicked and would not listen to save themselves, looking to other Christs that can't be real, because you want it. So have fun with that. This is a short video.